business as usual. Straightforward 2-0 for SKT T1.
Yeah, they take out the LCK finals and MSI's on the horizon from there. See if they can do that. That's still off in the future. For now, we have an interview with our MVPs, Bang and Profits. So Joel, take it away.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Joel with your interview translation. Quite a surprise that SKT pulls off a win against KONGDOO Monster 2-0.
So shocking.
And we are here with today's MVPs, Profit and Bang, for the interview. Bang, Profit, congratulations on the win once again. Bang, would you like to comment on the win? I think the result was as we prepared. Do you want to imply on that? I think it turned out as the same result in the scrims. Did you kind of take this as an obvious result? The only thing that's different is that it could have been better. Profit, how do you feel about the win? I think I'm very much in line with Bang. I think it's just, I think if we play as we need to be, we will always win. And I think it's just another easy win for us. You know, I did feel a little nervous, you know, subbing in for HUNI, but and being that starting lineup was a little bit of pressure. You said you were shaken, but your plays weren't shaken whatsoever. And did you receive a lot of support from the coaching staff? Yeah, the coaching staff always tells me, like I said before, as long as I do the same thing as I do in scrims, I should be able to perform well. And Bang, you showed, in relation to the Ninja Top you showed last game, you tried to bring out the Iceborne Gauntlet with the blue build today, with the Ezreal. With the Iceborne Gauntlet, it's been out of the trend very recently, with Trinity Force coming back as the popular build. But with the, you know, opposition team really formed around the very aggressive DPS type of champions, you know, getting that CC with the Iceborne Gauntlet was the more priority for me that game. And the opposition did have a lot of AD champions, and you know, having the Iceborne Gauntlet to slow them down, and that really does help the rest of the team. I think it's still a viable build in some situations. Let's look at a video highlight, one of the plays. KONGDOO's resistance in the early game was actually pretty strong in game 1. Do you have any comments on that? What thoughts were going through your minds when this play was going on? I don't remember too much in detail, but we felt like that we needed to be able to come back from this team fight by cutting off some people. Profit, you know, after the first game, we saw Koma come in and really, you know, pat you on the back and giving a lot of feedback. What was that all about? You know, coach told me that I did a good job. He said I was all right. That's all, kind of all what he said to me after game 1. You know, I think I did what I was supposed to do. I think I could have done better, but you know, we saw a lot of those plays where you really cut off Soul in the back line. We thought that you did a very satisfactory job on your role. Let's look at an example of that. And you were just in the below that, in the midst of all that team fight. What was the call between that play? You know, we were actually talking about, you know, escaping that team fight, trying to get away from it. But we felt that, you know, as long as we can cut off the right people at the same time, you know, we had a upper edge in that team fight. So we just went more aggressively. And Nautilus and Rumble are the really priority champions in top lane. Would you like to show any other champions other than that?
제가 아마추어 때
When I was an amateur, I really preferred the picks of Irelia and Akali and those kind of champions. So you're talking about Irelia. And what do you, maybe in this meta, we have to think about it a little bit more. But a lot of the talks right now with the SKT's bottom lane is that you really prioritize the Israel, even blind picking it. But we, you know, was the matchup always favorable for you guys? Yeah, I think it's a one-way traffic for us with that bot lane matchup. You know, having Israel on the side of us. You know, perhaps you guys don't think that way with your expressions looking so grim, but I felt like, you know, our bot lane was always ahead of the opposition bot lane. But with the composition, you know, having Israel on the team, it just gets better and better as the time goes on. And there's no way that the opposition lane can push against us, and that just gives us a whole advantage going through the mid to the late game. So there's no way they can get an advantage over us. As long as, you know, we avoid all the CCs that can happen to us, we should always be ahead. So all you're saying is, as long as you avoid skill shot, you'll still win the game. But you know, with Karma Shield and with the E and the speed buff that you get, it's really easy to do that. You know, but Zyra gets scared on the opposition. She's gonna try to use that CC to wrap you up, but as long as you know you do a little bit of movement and getting that shield up at the right time gives you enough movement speed to, you know, avoid all that. It'd actually be weird to get caught by that CC, if I'd imagine. So I don't know why anyone would get caught by that CC from Zyra. So very implicable tip from Bang. You know, I think if any bot lane user doesn't know that tip, I think it'll be pretty disappointing. So last question is that you guys are up against a Freak of Freaks, which you guys lost 2-0 last time in your matchup. Do you want to say anything before going into that matchup? I don't know if I'll play for that series, but I think our team will do our best to win that series. We always thank the fans for always continuing to support us. And thank you for everything, guys. So that's the end of the interview. Back over to you guys.
Thank you very much, Joel. So just another quality Korean League of Legends player tip coming out there from Bang. Just dodge all the skill shots, and you'll stop sucking in League of Legends.
I mean, his main takeaway point was don't get hit by grasping roots from a Zyra, which, you know, as Ezreal, it's concerning if you are.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not exactly the hot tip that we got last time when he revolutionized Ezreal builds, revolutionized Ninja Tabi AD carry.